My next question is, who is a leader you admire and why?
In general, there are a number of them. When I look at leaders, I always look at those who have been consistently good. I get a chance to walk with, I was with Andy Young the other day. I presided over a program where J.T. Johnson, who was one of the original civil rights workers, was had a street name for him. And J.T. Johnson, one of those people who, you know, uh, everybody know him because if you saw the St. Augustine the integration of the swimming pool, there's an iconic picture where the owner of this motel is pouring this muriatic acid in the pool. Well, JT is one of the young people who was in the pool swimming. He jumped the fence because they said black people can't swim here, right? He jumped the fence with a couple other associates, jumped in the pool, and dared the owner to come get him out. Well, I've known JT because all of these people settled in Atlanta. So I love Andy Young, and it interesting enough as a young leader, me and Andy butted heads on the issue. But I love him at 94. The man is still going and still kind of growing. So there are a lot of people, and it doesn't, whether it's Judge Penny Brown Reynolds, who you've had on, been knowing her forever, and today her husband, Edward Reynolds. What I look for is those people who have been consistently good. And really a big check mark for me is those who have loved our people unconditionally. And I love folks who love us because we have been so marginalized. We've been so traumatized. We've been so let down and so brutalized that sometimes it's hard for us to even love ourselves. Right. So we see how that manifests itself every day. Right. And so my job and my mission is to love Black people back to life. And because, so anybody who's out here doing that kind of work, get big kudos and big support from me.
That's
And
beautiful. You made me
yeah.
think of Naeem Akbar's psychological chains of slavery,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
that
Yeah.
trauma
Yeah.
is embedded in our DNA. Yes.
Yeah.
So I would agree with you on that. How do you manage stress and maintain a perspective during demanding seasons of your life?
What I learned long time ago, that stress will kill you. And while I love y'all, I'm not going to die for you, not just worrying myself to death. And so one is meditate. Right. I understood that my home is my therapy. I'm an art collector. So every day I walk in, I'm greeted by all of these wonderful African pieces, and it's everywhere. You ever come to my home, it's like a museum.
Love it.
And every day I said, when I leave job, leave situation, dinners or whatever, when I walk across the threshold at 1860, I leave it all there at the door, right? And I don't stress over the things that I cannot control. And so worrying is the last thing because what we haven't talked about is my absolute faith in God, and that I just know that my life as it has unfolded has been in the master's hand. And so stuff I don't even worry about. I don't worry about what people say or do. At the end of the day, I try to eliminate as much stress. And I tell folks all the time, look, if I had just deal with my stuff, I'd be fine. Right? All of this other stuff, man, I'm gonna give you the best advice I can, and I'm gonna keep myself out of crazy situations. But I don't worry. I live a pretty worry-free kind of life to the extent that it's possible.